friends, welcome to RV Academy. Hi students, in my previous video I told you what is cash flow statement. We discussed about the definition of cash flow statement and through what are the various activities the cash will inflow and outflow. There are three major activities has been divided as per indirect method, that is called to be cash from operating activity, cash from investment activity, cash from financial activity, which already we discussed in detail. Today we discuss with cash flow statement indirect method given in the accounting standard 3. So there is no direct method for you, you have only indirect method. Just go through this format. First we take cash from operating activity, whereby we take the net profit before tax. Net profit before tax. To this we add adjustments for non-cash and non-operating items. To that we add all non-cash and non-operating expenses like depreciation, preliminary expenses, discount on issue of shares and debentures written off, goodwill, patents, trademarks, amortized, interest on long-term borrowings, loss on sale of fixed assets. All these are non-cash or non-operating expenses. Minus non-cash or non-operating incomes like interest income, dividend income, rental income, profit on sale of fixed assets, etc. All these will be not from the operating activity. So we are going to deduct out of the profits. The resultant value is called to be operating profit before working capital changes. Before working capital changes. Now we are going to make changes in working capital and decrease in current assets and increase in current liability. Decrease in current assets and increase in current liability results in inflow of cash. So we have to add this minus increase in current assets and decrease in current liability, which results in outflow of cash. For example, sundry creditors. Opening balance was 20,000, closing balance was 50,000. That means 30,000 is inflow of cash. In other words, we received the goods or commodities or loan or whatever it is. Already we received, but we are not yet paid. That means we received the goods or cash or loan or whatever it is inflow of cash. So when current liability is increasing, it is inflow of cash. It is a source of funds. So inflow of cash. Decrease in current assets. Decrease in current assets, we can take sundry debtors. Suppose sundry debtors is getting decreased. For example, opening debtors receivable is 50,000. Closing debtors receivable is given as 20,000 in the sense 30,000 is realized. That means we received the cash. 50 minus 20, 30,000 is received during the year. When current assets is increasing, received the amount well in advance. When current assets is decreasing, the amount which is realized. So that is the inflow of cash. Less increase in current assets and decrease in current liabilities. The formula is reversed. You get outflow of cash. When current liability is decreasing in the sense we have paid the cash is going down. So for example, sundry creditors, opening balance 50,000, closing balance 20,000. That means 30,000 is paid. So cash is gone out. So decrease in current liability and increase in current asset. Current asset increased means our cash is invested into various other assets like stock, debtors, etc. That results in outflow of cash. So when increase in current asset, decrease in current liability results in outflow of cash, we have to minus. This is one important part. When you make all these adjustments, you get net cash from operating activity part A. Now, second part, cash from investment activity or investing activity. Here we take the purchase and sale of fixed assets. Let us see what are the various items comes under this. Proceeds from sale of tangible fixed assets, proceeds from sale of intangible fixed assets, proceeds from sale of non-current investment, interest and dividends received, rent received, all these inflow of cash, minus purchase of tangible fixed assets, purchase of intangible fixed assets like goodwill, purchase of non-current investment. When you sell, you get cash. The cash will comes in, inflow of cash. When you purchase, the cash goes out, outflow of cash, that is minus value. The resultant value is called as net cash from investing activity, part B. The last part is called cash flow from financing activity. Financing activity means changes in long-term liabilities. In case of issue of shares, debentures, long-term loans, that is inflow of cash. Similarly, redemption of shares, debentures, long-term loans, outflow of cash. Let us see what are the various items which comes under financing activity. Proceeds from issue of shares and debentures, proceeds from long-term borrowings, final dividend paid, it is a minus value, interim dividend paid, cash goes out minus, interest on long-term borrowings paid, minus value, payment of loan, it goes out, minus value, redemption of debentures, cash goes out, minus value. When cash comes in, plus value, when cash goes out, minus value, wherever it is, whether it is operating activity, investment activity or financing activity. The final answer, net cash from financing activity. When you add up all these, net increase or decrease in cash or net cash inflows, that is A plus B plus C. To this we are going to add cash and cash equivalents in the beginning. Opening balance of cash and cash equivalents are added to this. The final answer will become cash and cash equivalents at the end of the year, that is equal to your closing balance. This is a format which is given in the act. Now that format I simplified and written here. You can go through this. Cash from operating activity, I will take net profit as per P&L account, profit and loss account. To that I will add non-cash or non-operating expenses minus non-cash or non-operating incomes. The resultant value is called operating profit before working capital changes. To that I will add increase in current liability and decrease in current assets. So some answer we get here. Out of that I will deduct minus in decrease in current liability and increase in current assets. The final answer is net cash from operating activity, part A. This part is very important. In section B, they are going to ask to find out the net cash from operating activity by giving certain values. If you do this part, you get 6 marks. For 14 marks, you have to write the complete format. The part B is cash from investment activity or investing activity. When assets are sold, cash comes in. Sale of fixed assets, cash comes in. Minus purchase of fixed asset, cash goes out. The resultant value is net cash from investment activity, part B. Now, last one, cash from financial activity. Here we take only long-term liability. Current liability already we considered in the operating activity. Here we consider only the long-term liability. When long-term liability is increasing, it is called inflow of cash. Increase in long-term liability, for example, issue of shares. Opening share value is 1 lakh. Closing share value is 2 lakhs. That means 1 lakh issued. By issue of shares, you received the cash, so that is inflow of cash. Decrease in long-term liability, similarly, when preference shares were redeemed, opening preference shares was 2 lakhs, closing preference shares is 1 lakh, 1 lakh is redeemed, that is minus decrease in long-term liabilities. The net answer becomes net cash from financial activity, part C. When you add these three, part A operating activity, part B investing activity, part C financing activity, we get net cash flow A plus B plus C. And here we take opening cash balance to be added to this, we get equal to closing balance. This is how we can find out the answer. If this answer whatever you get is equal to your closing cash balance in the given problem, then your answer is 100% accurate and correct. Now, this is what is the format of cash flow statement. In my next video, I am going to work out certain problems on cash flow statements. Please like, share and subscribe my video. Thank you.